Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Quantum Leap Futures Morning Leap session for Monday, August the 28th, 2017. My name is Doug McKay. I'm the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we get together in these live go-to sessions to take a look at the market, macro to micro, take a look at the structure of the market, and then we drill down to our trade levels, our targets, and our hypotheses for the day. This is a subscription room. If you're interested in checking it out, please send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website, there's no blog. It's not a commercial venture. We do everything here live in the go-to session during the pre-market session, and then we do live trading and analysis during the course of the trading day. Please read through the disclaimer. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results in any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, and your own risk metrics. All right, so last night I posted in Twitter, 2440. That's our over underline, our pivot point, whatever you want to call it. Above it, I'm looking for that 49.75 and 59.75, and then 69 to get paid. Below it, 35, 27.50, and the 24.14.75 below it. Just want to keep you up to date with what I'm thinking in terms of Twitter. Let's take a look at our session on, where did it go? There it is. On Friday, we had a move up. Beautiful, Mr. Sneaky setup. Now, I didn't think it really was a FUBAR Mr. Sneaky, because the volume was awfully late. But once I did download, it really turned out to be a FUBAR Mr. Sneaky, and you actually had two other Mr. Sneakies to confirm this rotation all the way down to test that naked close. We got down to the naked close to the tick. Buyers stepped in, as they do, and we came up and we fought that high and that 48 level for most of the afternoon, and then we sold off into the close on Friday and came back down and created this weak low on the low on Friday at the 41 area. In the Globex session, well, they gapped down, created a Globex gap, rotated down, had Mr. Sneaky, rotated back up, closed the gap, went sideways, retested that 37.75, 38 level, went sideways. It looked like they were going to break it lower and go down, test that 30 level, but then the European session opened, and since then they've rotated right back up into the balance from Friday, and we're chopping around at the VPOC. And keep an eye on this 48 to 49 level. We're creating a weak high as well, and multiple distributions on the Globex session. But again, we're above that 40 level. It looks like we're going to continue to try to push back up into that 59, possibly 69. In terms of news, there really isn't much news today. We had goods trade balance came out just slightly larger than expected, minus 65 billion versus minus 64 billion. Preliminary wholesale inventories at 0.4, and we really don't have any other scheduled news for the day. As we move into the end of the month, we've got CV consumer confidence tomorrow. On Wednesday, we have preliminary GDP and non-farm payroll, or non-farm employment change, I should say, and then crude inventories. Thursday, end of the month, we've got unemployment claims and Canadian GDP, pending home sales. And then on Friday, which is first of the month, 1st of September, we've got non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, ISM manufacturing. This is the big news day. So the news starts to get heavier as we move along through the week. Taking a look at the macro to micro, I always like to start my day. Simple candlestick chart, monthly chart with a 9 EMA, 20 SMA. I'm looking for slope and separation strength of the trend where we are within the trends, within the current time frames from monthly, and then I work my way down. See, very strong trend, good slope, good separation, price paralleling 9 just quite nicely. Trend is fully intact on the monthly. On the weekly, we have come down and challenged the 20 SMA. But now they're getting back above and trying to hold above the 9 EMA. Could get continuation, although we have broken the longer time frame trend line on the daily. If we go to the daily, you'd see that we have broken below the 9 and the 20. We're below the longer time frame trend that goes all the way back. Let me just get rid of this open interest here. This is the gap up from the Trump election, and this is the first time that we've broken below the 9 and the 20. I'm sorry, and the major long-term trend line, and we're below the 9 and the 20 at the same time. So we are seeing some weakness, possible downward trend as we move down into the daily. Into the intraday, you can see that we were, trending down. They came back and we're getting into the sideways consolidation. We're back above the 9 and the 20, but this is compression and looking to see which way we really come out of this compression. And same thing with the 1 hour. You can see that we were trending down during most of the Globex. Since the European Open, we've moved back above and we're coming up and testing this resistance level up here in the 24.49 area. As we go to the 30-minute, see that the trend is quite strong. Got good slope, good separation, moving back up, and again coming up into this resistance level, but the trend is up on the 30-minute. And then on the 15-minute, same thing, and on the 5-minute, same thing. And so as we move most of the time from the larger time frame to the smaller time frame, that weekly and daily seems a little weak, but all the other time frames are still pointing up and looking for this continuation of this trend to move up back into the prior balance area. Last night I put in some notes that this 40 area has become a major pivot zone. It is the value area high of the microcomposite value area that we have come down and retested. We've got the value area low above us at 65, and we're in this area of consolidation. You can see that on the RTH session, we're getting this symmetrical triangle. I tried to break out on Friday and was unable to hold above the breakout and creating this distribution zone in around the 40 to 46 area as we move sideways. But anything below 40, looking for a move back into the 35 area. As long as we stay above 40, I'm looking for continuation up into the 49.75, and possible push up into the 57.50, and anything above 65 back into the 69. So if we take a look at our overnight inventory is pretty mixed. It's about 50-50 neutral. We've got a triple distribution, almost a quad distribution. This is trendy looking up into this key area around the VPOC from Friday, but if we fail to hold above it, we could make a move back down into this 40 level to retest it once again and test the range low from Friday at 41. But the inventory is about 50-50. Our overnight low is all the way down at 36 and a quarter. Our overnight high so far is 47 and a quarter, but we're banging on it and we're likely to test it again. That was the value area high of Friday and the midpoint. So this is going to become a trade area for us. Of course, our over underline is going to be down here at that 40. And we've got the LVN here at 45.50. That's the IB. That is going to be our immediate target below here. And then the naked close at 42.50, and then the value area low is going to be a trade area. 49.50 is going to be, it's actually 49 and a quarter, another trade area with the target above at the 51, just in front of that 51.50, and then 57.50, all our targets are the same. Our daily ATR 20 period full session is running at 1785, so 36 and a quarter. Plus the 1785 takes us up to a daily ATR of 54 and a quarter. And off of the high overnight, which is likely to change, 47 and a quarter, is 39.50. Right on top of that naked VPOC. So, what are the main hypotheses for the day? Pretty simple, same thing that we've been doing all along. Looking for this continuation of this upward trend. I'm looking for an open auction, open auction in range, possibly just out of value, but I'm looking for a move down into the 40 level, 40 to 42 level, finding buyers and rotating us up and moving us back up into the 150 area, chop around here, and then push up into the 53 to 54 level and closing somewhere up here between 49 and 54. Hypo 2, open option, just in range, just out of value, a push up, failure to break out above the 53 or a false breakout, and then rotate us back down and fight this 40 level again and go sideways down here in the 40 level and close somewhere down there again, possibly even coming down and into the 35 level by the end of the day. Hypo 3 is basically a sideways consolidation day as we continue to chop in this distribution area around the 42.75 and basically rotation between 53 and 39.50 and go sideways. Hypo 4 is a open test drive, a dip into the value area, but a quick move up into the 53 to 54 area, chop here, and then push up and come up into the 67, 69 area. And then the alternative is a failure day. Come down here, break below the 40, come down into the gap zone and chop around down here in the gap zone, coming down and closing this negative VPOC and make it close in the 27 and 28. But mainly looking for a rotational day with an upside bias as the general overall key hypothesis. Taking a look at gold. Gold is crept back up into the 1300s again. So we came down here, we accepted value again, just slightly higher than the 91 at the 93, 94 area. Now we get our price discovery back up into the 1300. The target today is up at the 1306, 1307 with a push up 1310 and 1312. Key level to watch would be this 96. It was our breakout to the upside. It now becomes our support to the downside. Below that, look for them to rotate back down to 94 to 91 and come back to pick up the late buyers here after we've now accepted price higher. So those are my pre-market levels and hypothesis. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.